Hey, welcome to the Unravelin Gravelins. I'm Matt. That's Brandon. A couple of assholes sitting here. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff that doesn't really, we're not an expert in any of it. But go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the little ring the bell thing. What's that called?
Oh, the notifications.
Oh, notifications. Yeah. Try that. So we're going to start with a little story of mine first.
Shout out to all the veterans.
Oh, yeah.
Veterans Day.
Anyway, now you can go on.
My bad. Yes. Salute the veterans. That's awesome. Good job, gentlemen. Proud you're my children. All right. So in high school, I had an English class, as everybody does, and I had to write a story about the road less traveled. And basically what I did was I wrote a story saying that I was going to take the road most traveled.
What were you writing it on?
Paper?
The poem. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
like
Robert
poem,
Frost poem, The Road
Oh,
Less
yeah.
Traveled.
The road not taken.
Oh, the road not taken. Yeah, whatever.
Robert Frost.
Some
But
combination
somewhere in
of
there,
all
That's
that.
what his
Yeah.
Paper was
paper
over.
Okay.
was on.
But in there, he decides to take the road less traveled. And then what
And
was
it
the...
made all the difference.
Oh, yeah, it made all the difference. And I just disagree because I wrote my paper at that point, and I was like, look, if it looks like it's the most traveled, that's the kind of the path everybody's going down. You can veer off of it just a little, but you might get it, onto the shoulder, but you're not going into the fucking ditch. You're not going up a mountain. You're not taking a hard left at any point. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to travel down the road of life. It's the road that's most traveled because most people find success in the end. And that's kind of basically what I said in the paper. Now, when Miss Phillips returned the paper, I was the one that had the F on the paper. No one else in class had an F. Because they all talked about how they're going to do this and be so individualistic and all this bullshit. And I was like, motherfuckers, look, show of hands, how many people took the path most traveled? Not one. And I was like, give me my goddamn A. I'm the only one that took the path that's the least traveled because it's the most traveled. What? Yeah. And I was just pissed because in the end, if you're all just trying to be so goddamn individualistic, there is a problem with that because as a society, you move forward with common goals, common. That's how societies and sects and classes and cliques all work. And if we're all trying to be that extraordinary, that just out there person who just did everything different, you're not happy. I guarantee you. You don't have any followers. You don't have any friends. You don't have... What?
Your teacher was probably talking about on an individual level. Individually, you should take the road less traveled. Not every opportunity you get to take a totally opposite direction.
To make you an individual.
But when you come to a fork in the road, you have to be willing to explore other possibilities other people aren't.
Okay.
So I think that's why you got an F.
But I made a valid point.
But,
now, you got to remember that was 30... I graduated in 91. This was probably in 88, 87. So it's been a couple years since I wrote this paper. And I don't know exactly verbatim what it said. But I remember getting mad, hot-headed, cussing the teacher out, walking out, crumbling my paper, throwing it in her face, and walking out of the damn room.
So you got to do that in high school that I couldn't text my buddy over here on the side?
Well, I mean, maybe I was taking the road less traveled. Not everybody cussed out their teacher.
Not everybody should. I don't think anybody should.
Well, and as a teacher, I'm saying no, they shouldn't. But at the time, in order, according to you, to make me an individual, I did take the road less traveled while telling a story about how I took the road most traveled, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the road of what?
At
The road
first,
of least resistance for you is not going to college. Nobody that you know of went to college before you in your family, right?
Your grandmother did. Before I started, your grandmother did take,
Graduated?
But graduated.
Oh, graduated.
A 4 year,
no.
a 4 year program.
I have, if you just count my mother's side, my mother is one of 11 children. So there's 11 adults on that side of the family. They all married. I have 46 first cousins. I have one sister. So there's 48 of us in that one level. I'm the only one that's ever graduated college.
So
Of my
going
mother,
the road less traveled in that aspect of your life paid off. Hey,
this is why Brandon's my favorite.
because that's
It's kind of a contradicting kind of topic.
But in
But that's the fun
reality,
of it.
in reality, what is education now though? It's all, hey, you need to go to college. So that is the road most traveled, although by the least number of people.
as I say, it just depends on what demographic
Yeah.
you're talking about. Does a road become more or less traveled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on, I guess, the hierarchy of it is what you would.
So maybe not the. You need the resistance part of it, the path of least resistance. You know what I'm saying? Because you got
because-
so much, all those people. You can be like all those people and not graduate.
Yeah, that's true.
And that resistance of them, kind of. Not saying they were pulling you back, but they could have. You could look at that and be like,
Oh, that's
it's fine,
that's absolutely true.
you
They
had a
could have
lot of
because that's how we
resistance
wound
to-
up in Missouri.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the path of least
We,
resistance.
not we. This guy wasn't here yet.
Oh yeah. That's how you were born in Branson, buddy.
Yeah.
But the path of least resistance, I would contend isn't really the path of least resistance.
Say that again.
The path of least resistance isn't really the paths, according to what you two are saying. The path of least resistance isn't the path of least resistance to everybody else.
Yeah, it depends on.
That's why it's like that's how
It's an
makes
individual thing. It's not
that's
a.
how it makes you an individual.
not
You know what I'm
it's not
saying?
a group thing.
Right.
Because everyone wants to go to college. Everyone does want to go to college.
Does everyone want to go to college?
Most people, I would say.
Some guys want to go to trade schools or.
But I mean, still technically, that's college.
Post-secondary education, I guess, just depending on what
Some
you're
guys just
defining
want to
as
run the
college.
farm that their dad left them.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
It depends on
but
what
at
you're
the
talking
same
about
time-
and what
at the-
demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, there's always exception. But I would say most people grow up thinking that, I'm going to go to college after high school.
Oh yes, that
And it is probably in those last 3 years of school where you're like, fuck that.
yeah. At least
know
after
what
your
I'm saying?
sophomore year, you
know?
have you are old
know?
enough to make a decision
done.
like or hell yeah, I'm going.
So, but I don't know.
So, would you say that you take the path of least resistance? Because
Always.
I
Fucking always.
can
hate
tell you
that
when you
about
were a little
myself.
kid,
I hate that about myself.
and by
I'm
little I
probably
mean
guilty of it too.
You can look at how I was in school,
yeah.
which I wasn't dumb, but I didn't apply myself. So
You could
Well,
have done better.
yeah.
And
You know what
maybe
I'm
that
saying?
was on me because when you guys were growing up, I was like, because I graduated high school, I think with a 3.4, 3.5 GPA or whatever it was. But I was figuring if you guys had B's or better, I'm off your ass, and so you had to deal with your life accordingly.
Yeah.
And I think your graduating GPA, if I can say it on was 3.1. You did just enough. You'd be like A, B, B, C, C. Good. I'm good, Dad. Nothing you can do. I'm good.
I mean, shit. You only have to have 2.4 to play ball.
And
Right.
a 2.0 to graduate. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
But-
Shit, I didn't even.
But I
graduate.
mean, it was just like that, I fucking always just thought, I never put that extra work in high school.
yeah, I know. That's what I
You
just
know what
said.
I'm saying? I fucking-
Did that 75 hard make you start thinking about
yeah,
all
it
this?
definitely changed me to where I fucking do stuff like I'm.
Why wasn't I always
try-
doing this?
I'm trying to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Ooh,
You know.
there's some. Yeah, that. Now,
Yeah, he's
here's.
conquering his inner bitch.
Yeah,
So,
because it's I don't know. You got the two voices in your head. Like I heard Andy Frisilla talk about this the other day, but you got your boss voice, and then you got your bitch voice. You got your bitch voice that's like, oh shit, I gotta write a history paper and fucking gotta have it done by Friday. All right, let's get it done. Or you got your bitch voice that's like, oh well, it's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
You still have tomorrow to do it.
I'm 75% bitch voice then.
Well, and I'm sure a lot of people are. I know I am. I like I said, my whole life I've basically just, done enough to get you
Just
off my
skated
back.
by.
Yeah.
I work just hard enough in the gym for fucking coach when he's looking at, but when he's not looking, I'm fucking, all right, 8's good for this one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I fucking
Cheating the corners.
You know what I'm saying? When I first started working out, I never really dieted or any of that shit. So, that was obviously the path of least resistance. But, it's fucking, I don't know where I'm going with that, but.
Well, no, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that and I'm not saying, what I'm going to ask you isn't about how can I be a better parent, because basically parenting is just doing the best you can with what you have. But do you think that if I would have said, hey, you got to keep a 3.5 GPA in high school, would you have kept a 3.5?
Yeah,
Skated by
probably.
as a 3-4.
So-
But this even goes back to as I was a kid, when we were kids. Hey, do you want to go play basketball at the park? Yeah, go ask Dad. You go ask Dad.
Oh, yeah.
You go ask Dad. Why won't you? Well, I don't know. What if he says no? And you're like, fucking who cares? And he says no. You know what I'm saying? And then I'd be like, I guess I'm going to go play basketball.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the worst that's going to happen?
You know what
You're
I'm
told
saying?
no.
Like, it goes back, and I realized that we had a conversation one time about, we were basically just trust fund babies.
Yeah. You are.
And ever since then, I looked at it like, yeah, basically, I'm just,
Just a
you know,
trust
I
fund
haven't
loser
really
right now. That's
done
how I feel
any,
sometimes.
like, I just feel like I haven't done much with my life.
There's a lot of potential there, and
Yeah,
I just farted it away.
Farted it away.
Drank it away. Fucking ate it away. Just whatever.
Well, and I would still
Yeah,
consider.
there's so much potential that I've always could have had. Like, I probably could have went and played basketball somewhere, like college-wise.
Right.
Like, for sure, like, Division III.
Even if you had to
Division
like start
two.
here and then go here. And
Yeah.
then,
Even if you had to pay to be on the team,
Yeah.
basically. Even if you had to pay your own
Like-
tuition to play.
You know what I'm saying? I had you who, like, fucking... Like, I'm sure there's fucking hundreds, millions of fucking people. I wish they had a dad that would have woke them up in the 5th grade. Hey, let's go work out. Hey, let's go get better. You know what I'm saying? And
But in the same respect, I also, when you resisted, I took the path of least resistance, and I got tired of fighting you, and it was just like, sleep it away, bro. Sleep it away.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Everyone does it. I mean, you just got to realize that, fuck, I'm slipping, dog. You got to look yourself and be like, fuck it, I'm done like that. Like,
But I would argue that I could have pushed you more. Because just like you said, if I would have required a 3.5, you're pretty sure that you would have said, okay,
yeah.
I can have an A and a B, A and a B, A and a B, A and a B, and I'm good.
Let's see.
I mean, if you would have been like, you're a 4.0 student or nothing, then I'm sure I would have.
Right. But as a parent, those expectations, they tend to get away from people that, and I know that the Asian community has those type of parents, and they're like all or nothing. But there's consequences in those Asian countries that if you're not at the top, schools there have 2,000 openings. Hope you make it. You know what I'm saying? That that's just the way it is. That.
Yeah.
But here, there's equal opportunity for basically everyone, and as a teacher, I don't think that every high school student should go to college. I don't think everyone's capable of going to college, and so by saying everyone has to go to college or everyone should go to college, you're basically letting people down. Because I've met former students in the supermarket. There was a kid, and I'll tell you his name offline because I don't know, but he was like, I'm just working at a factory as a supervisor, and I'm like, dude, how is that bad?
Right.
I mean, he was a good kid in school, did most of what he wanted to do, or what I asked him to do in my class, was very respectful, so on and so forth, and he feels ashamed that he wound up as a supervisor in a factory. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, You're the supervisor. How many people you?
That's exactly right.
How many people older than you are you?
Right.
In charge of now.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
all
like
perspective,
someone
like
looked
that
at
shit.
you and said your work ethic, your personality, so on and so forth, is good enough to be a leader in part of this building, or I don't know how much because I don't know exactly. I didn't get into
The ins and
details,
outs of it.
but basically, what it all came down to was, he was embarrassed that he wasn't going to college when he saw his teacher in the grocery store. I'm like, bro. I mean, if you're doing your thing, you're supporting your kids, doing what you need to do, and everything's happy, and you have a smile on your face, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's just the system.
But
Perpetual money
did
systems, education.
Did he follow the path of least resistance? That's my question. Because I don't know this, was college too hard, and so he didn't want to fight through it, and just like you say, it's just like, it's easier just to go full-time over here than it is to work
but
too
the path
hard.
is always changing.
Absolutely.
So
Everybody's path is different.
maybe he could have graduated college,
Maybe.
and now
And-
we all know
Nice
that a
drive.
college, just because you have a college degree doesn't mean you have a job.
Nah, if
Got a
everybody's
lot
got
of
one, it's
Uber
not very-
drivers with
You know what I'm
college
saying?
degrees.
Exactly.
A lot of servers in restaurants have
And
college
I'm not
degrees.
saying that on the
No.
education system set up how it is encourages you to go get thousands and thousands of dollars in debt to go get an education that
You might not.
the jobs for it might not be there later on
Right.
because it's so crowded or
Or
this or that.
or your degree is so obscure that
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
I had one driver, and no, it was Uber, taxi, whatever. But they had a fucking degree in Latin and English.
the only thing you can do is teach high school with that.
Yeah, or fucking drive Uber.
Right. But if you're trying to work with your degree, the only thing you can do is high school with a bachelor's degree in Latin and English. That's all you can do. There isn't much more that you could do. You could be maybe an editor somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's what you would do. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't go to Latin unless you like religious studies.
Well, Latin's a dead language. They don't even.
But that's what I'm saying.
No one speaks it.
Old religious doctrine is like
Right.
in it from like old Catholic stuff.
Right. I mean,
But like other than that, with the English thing, it's like you're just like a journalist of some sort, whether it's a website or a paper.
right. And so,
But that doesn't make any money.
But everyone, I don't know, everyone's path is definitely different and changing at all
absolutely
times.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm
Zuckerberg went to Harvard and then
Yeah,
dropped out.
dropped out.
yeah. Maybe
Does that seem like his path of least resistance?
Now, here's my
I don't
question
think
about
so
that.
because he
though.
went on to create Facebook.
But that is the path of least resistance. He didn't have because
He dropped out.
he
That's
dropped
easy.
out.
But then he went and did something else and found his own
That's
path.
hard.
Maybe his own
His own
path
passion.
was part of dropping out.
his own passion, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, that's what we're talking
and
about.
that's
You're
what we're
trying to
saying.
make it like this big,
Yeah.
huge overview
Overview.
thing,
but
and
really,
everybody has to look down the path this way and that way for themselves.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
But-
It depends on the subject. It depends on.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
a-
lot of
There's a lot of factors that go into it. So no two men will have the same path.
well, I definitely
Yeah,
wouldn't
ever.
have wrote
But
the
we
same
can-
paper
but we
at
can-
47 that I did it.
But we can line up. We
14 or
can walk
15.
side by side at some points on the path.
Yeah,
At some points
Yeah.
we're both going to
Here,
have to diverge.
what was the fucking
that was
Hold on.
that was the point of my paper is that everybody's kind of walking down the same path, and sometimes that you veer off and you go to college, and this guy goes to welding school, but you all come back because
Okay.
eventually
Maybe
I
as a
jumped.
47, 48-year-old man, you can articulate this better. I don't think you articulated it this well in high school.
No, I didn't. No,
That's
no,
why
no,
you
no,
got
no,
it
no,
now.
no. Look, I was a D student. D
I know you're
plus,
still mad
C
about
minus.
this F, dog.
Yes, though I am
I
still
know
mad
you're still
about
mad
that.
about this F.
Yes, I am. And there's no way I would have articulated it that well, but I was the only one on the path most traveled. That's the story that I believe that most of us, if we just
But
realize,
it's perspective.
yeah, and some people veer off, and so I'll tell you this: I had a guy that I graduated high school with who winding up working in McDonald's. When he was 16, he got a job and he was the fry guy. I mean, that's all he was in charge of. Press a button, the thing goes down, it goes off, and it raises it itself. You just shake it, and you're just scooping. 3 minutes.
I don't think it's that long anymore.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes to cook fries, bro. Anyway, but that's where he started. And then he wound up being in charge of 7 stores as the general manager in one affiliate franchise division.
Yeah.
And he was the general manager to all 7. Makes more money than I do right now. I guarantee if he's running 7
Selling
McDonald's.
more burgers than you too.
Yeah. I've talked to him about the whole please pull forward thing. But anyway. But I guarantee that he makes more money than me. Because he became very focused on something that apparently he liked. Now, he didn't like shaking fries and throwing them over and scooping them. Probably not. But as he grew in those things. But basically, he did the same thing I did. We left high school, and he went and learned at McDonald's. I went and learned in college, out of college, and out.
You went to college to learn people how to learn.
Yeah.
On a subject that's hard to learn.
In a subject, and
the hardest subject to learn.
And
I don't know. Physics is pretty tough.
No, physics is just the application.
That's a lot of
it's
math,
easy.
though.
Yeah. But I think the path of least resistance, the road most taken, is everybody just kind of veers off just a little bit into their little thing. But in the end, so no matter what path I took, no matter what path most people took, I still wound up taking you guys to youth basketball, youth football, youth baseball. I sat in the stands with a whole bunch of people who, wide range of what happened. But in the end, we're all sitting there. We all have our kids, and we're all watching baseball, all watching football, all watching basketball. So it doesn't matter what
and as
little
a collective
veers.
at that time, you guys are on the same part of a path.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're all having kids. We're all making them participate in sports.
But just because you guys are shoulder to shoulder right now doesn't mean everybody.
No, that's what
is on
I'm
the
saying.
same
That
thing.
I veer, you veer, we all veer. Maybe I gotta do it this way. I don't know.
I'm just saying this guy could always be walking this way, but at some point you'll need a.
So you're saying at some point, no matter what path you take, they're going to cross with other people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
part
you're
of being
always
in
gonna
a
be
society.
Yeah.
Well,
Civilized. Otherwise, we'd still be fucking monkeys. Not like, I guess, never mind.
Well, I don't know. I still think
That's
that
my opinion.
I still think that today I still take the path of least resistance more times, far more times, than I take the hard path.
Well, yeah, nobody likes being uncomfortable. And
Yeah, that's what
to take it out of.
that's what I'm trying to change.
Yeah.
Really.
So, but you started with the
75 hard.
75 hard, because I called it the other way the other time. And you're saying that kind of woke you up to it, though?
Yeah. Definitely, because I don't know, just like I wouldn't ask you to go, play basketball or something. It was in the middle of my 75 hard that I actually went up to the head trainer at my gym and was asking if I could bring people there and everything. She said no, but still me just going and doing that act, I realized that shit actually does change you, like the 75 hard anyways.
Yeah.
Like if you are dedicated, and it doesn't matter about fitness or your job or being a good fucking husband or father or whatever. If you're dedicated to it and you make time for whatever it is you want, then you'll be happy or whatever. But I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, you do. Keep going. You know where you're going. You're just taking a long path.
Yeah. But yeah,
Anytime you.
So what you're saying
dedicate
is
time to.
you're putting yourself in more uncomfortable positions.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, how does
yeah.
Jordan Peterson put it? Treat yourself like you're somebody you love.
I've listened to a lot of that
Take-
stuff. I don't know if I've heard that before, though.
Because there's like some crazy stats, and it's like people are more apt to go buy their dog's medication and give it to their dog than they are to go buy their own medication and give it to themselves.
That's fact.
It's something
That's
crazy.
pretty deep. That's true though.
You know, it's like if you would just treat yourself like if I would just treat myself like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as I do my dog.
Oh yeah. You're
know,
way
and
too
it's
good to
like-
them dogs.
And that's like one of the things like just an idea was like unfortunately sometimes, you know, it's like expect more out of the kids than I do myself at some points in my life.
Yeah.
It's just-
Well, see,
I think
and that's the thing that I always dealt with too, because I always told you that I am not the greatest role model, blah 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 blah, that I am flawed, and that, but I would expect more out of you guys than I ever expected out of myself.
Last semester going back to school, it's like I'd get on to the kids if they had bad grades. They're not bad grades; they always have good grades.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like oh, it's D minus. It's like Matt, so do you. You got fucking 79 instead of he's got like 84. Like, what the fuck are you even talking to him about?
Right.
That's a dilemma with parenting, though. Is can you hold your kids to a higher standard than which you perform?
Yeah, and I guess that's the goal of parenting is to have your kids do better than you.
Yeah.
Not,
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. That's one of the hardest things as a parent is that you have to take inventory of yourself and go, these are my flaws. Just the fact that as you guys were growing up, I never let you have caffeinated soda. Probably should have never let you have soda, but I was like, hey, if I make them drink Sprite, and that was the big thing when you guys were growing up, because I don't want you to have that.
Shit stuck around.
And
It's the
still,
high fructose corn syrup that's killing us all.
yeah, I didn't know that at the time. I just thought it was the caffeine.
Yeah, go get us those Mexican sodas. that have
Caffeine
real
good for
cane
you.
sugar.
But in my mind, when I was doing that, I was like, I can set a better example by forcing them to be unlike me, which kept me out of my comfort zone because it would have been just as easy to let you drink whatever the hell I had in the fridge instead of buying you your own shit as you guys were growing up. And so sometimes, like you said, the passion of where your passion lies is the path of least resistance is either followed or averted from. So I guess I see that part. Yeah.
And you can just keep talking like it's the same path. Like I said, I think everybody is just.
You have different kind of paths, even yourself. You have like your overall health. You have your business or your job.
Oh,
And then you have.
I guarantee, as Captain Couch, I do take the path of least
You know what I'm
resistance when
saying?
it comes to my health.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
There's so many different paths, you know what I'm saying, that you're kind of talking about one single fluid path and then maybe veering off. But there's so many different paths that in your own daily life that, you know, some people are bigger, some people are, you know, skinnier, some people.
Have you ever
Just,
heard that
you know,
commencement speech Matthew McConaughey gave?
All right. That one?
It's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
It's pretty good.
I don't know if I have.
I mean, he just talks about.
Was it about his father? No.
I don't think
No.
so. It's about all sorts of different shit.
I'll have
It
to
was
look
like
it up.
it was like fucking like an hour long.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I watched the whole thing, but I know
It's,
I for
it's
sure
worth- I'm
watched.
in my truck a lot, so
Yeah.
like if something's about an hour and a half long, it's about my cup of tea.
Right.
Because that's getting in my truck, driving, getting gas, getting fucking dinner, stopping here or there, getting home. That's why this thing's about an hour and a half long.
Right.
The
Yeah, I'm just trying right now to.
But he talks a lot about you need to make yourself feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it just
you
it
have
just ties into what we're talking about. That's why I bring it
There's
up.
no growth being comfortable, I feel like.
Yeah, and shit.
You know what I'm saying? You can be the same. And you know what I'm saying? Kind of.
You listen to a lot of fitness guys that talk about that. I listen to a lot of Jordan Peterson. He's talked about you have to burn away that which of yourself you don't like. You have to acknowledge it and watch it go away.
Look yourself in the eyes. For you,
pulls out the one eye joke.
And you just got to tell yourself, hey man, like, you know what I'm saying? The thing about a diet, the 75 hard is is tough. You know what I'm saying? It holds you accountable, and I think that's the best thing about it. But even if you don't do it and you want to better your health, and your dieting and exercising, you know, there's days that, you know, you wake up and you're fucking tired. You don't want to go work out. You got this to do. You got that to do. So you know what? You got to fucking stop by a fucking McDonald's because you were tired and you didn't make breakfast.
You just gotta.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I had some fucking errands to run. I didn't get to make it to the gym. And that's fine, but you just have to look at yourself and tell you, all right, that was today, but tomorrow's going to be a new day. I'm going to get up first thing and I'm going to fucking make me something good to eat. Then I'm going to go to the gym.
You done that in the middle of the 75 hard?
What?
No, he was.
I thought you had to start all over.
He was pretty religious.
No. I'm saying, like, if you don't do it, like, and you're just trying to do that.
Well,
yeah.
Because what happens with a lot of people is they fuck up one day and they're like, fuck. And then they don't eat. They don't eat.
Yeah.
And then your second brain is talking to you.
Yeah.
Because there's actually chemicals in your brain and shit that's into your brain, and it'll actually put you in a bad mood.
Yeah. That's how people become hangry. Huh?
So now you just had a bad day, and now you're upset because you had a bad day, so now you're having another bad day.
And then you
just got to kick that shit. Yeah. All right, fuck it. You know, like literally every day is a new day.
Well, I listened to that 75 hard. I've been thinking about doing it.
You should, man.
And I guess the first step of it was actually just listening to that guy's podcast that was on like
explaining 15
minutes long. Yeah. And he was saying, you know, you're gonna kick yourself if you get 25 days in, and you fucking the flu. You get 25 days in, and you get mad at yourself, and then he said every time you do it, it opens up you want to quit earlier every time.
Yeah.
And every time you do quit, it makes it easier to quit the next time.
Well, that's true for everything.
That's why I said...
I just never thought about it like that.
That's why I thought, like, if I'm going to do it, I do it. And if I quit it, I'm not going to start it back. You know? So, like, I got to do it. There's no... You know, especially after I rolled my ankle and I fucking physically felt like I couldn't work out.
Right.
And then I still did it.
Do all up your body.
I still did it. I just thought, dude, if I could do it on fucking barely being able to walk, then, you know, you can fucking do anything.
Well, I think, and this is just me personally, I do make excuses because there was, I worked out for 3 weeks and getting those workouts from you, and then I got a new job, and I was just like,
if you want it, it's there. You just gotta go get it.
And I just make excuses on why I can't start back up. That's my thing. Because right now I'm like,
you had like now your excuses aren't, but at first you did have a reasonable excuse. Well, no, it was after COVID.
No. I'm saying that I would have started it earlier, but we hit COVID. And then I started it for 3 weeks, and then I started a new job. And my new job, I was just like...
you had to get comfortable with it.
But that's part of the fucking hard. Just fucking do it.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. But I know I personally...
This guy gets you fucking pumped, dude.
You fucking...
This guy gets you pumped.
You two should do it. Help each other.
Get you pumped.
The alcohol part is what
fucking do it.
What scares me the most.
Basically, all this guy says is just fucking... He's like, I ain't gonna hold you
You're already complaining.
This is all in your head.
Do what?
You were already complaining that you're the only one drinking.
And it's delicious.
That's actually thinks I'm drinking. Can I get a water?
Yeah, me too.
Please.
I don't know if there's one.
It's the Powerade one. Or the Body Armor one.
No, the water's water. As long as it's not Dasani. Or Aquafina. Not that.
No fighting, gentlemen. No, but my excuse right now, and I'm not trying to make this political, but I don't know if we're going back into lockdown with Biden, and I don't want to go pay for a gym membership.
Just walk outside.
To
be like the UPS mailman, rains,
the
snow.
workouts don't have to be go to the gym and burn 1,000 calories
I
did this morning.
Shoot my bow for 45 minutes and I'm just fucking slinging arrows.
Well, and I understand that. But when it says 2 workouts.
Jumping jacks.
I could do yoga in my front room. I've done that.
Yeah, but just have to do yoga outside one time.
Go on a walk.
But
you have a
Go
dog
on
now?
2 walks.
I do not have a dog.
You just fucking have a dog at your place.
There's a dog in my house, but I do not have a dog.
2 dogs next door to you. You can take one out.
Nope. Not a fan.
You're fucking the walker guy.
I'd rather walk myself than walk a dog.
That's why I walk my dogs on my property. They just shit. I know the guy that owns the place.
But
no leash either.
But I do make excuses, and that's because I do not want to travel down that path that has resistance as much as I used to when I was younger. I mean, when I was younger, getting up in the morning and going roofing is a tough thing to do. But it was the best money, but it was not easy. Going to college and making sure that I finished up and not working for one whole semester so I could finish up instead of dragging it out again. Those were tough things, but now I just have excuses. And the reason is because financially, I'm making pretty decent money. I mean, I make twice as much now as than when you graduated high school. You know what I'm saying?
I never graduated high school either.
So when was that?
When you should have graduated high school, your senior year.
Kayleen graduated.
Man, if I knew how easy that GED was, I'd have quit fucking forever ago.
It's not that easy for a lot of people, though, bro.
But to join at lunchtime, still pass that bitch.
But I'm telling you that for me, I do, and I don't know how to refocus because I don't have incentive to do it. Does that make sense? I mean, I put the struggle in college, got a job.
But that's what this dude said. That's what you just got to listen to this dude.
Yeah,
because that's what the problem is. There's no benefits.
There's none.
There's no benefits besides you fucking conquering what's in your head.
Right.
Throw out your excuses.
And to be honest with you, I said, man, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that. And my excuse is, I don't know if I could give this up. That's my excuse.
You could. Because guess what? You could do it for us when we were kids.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the money for that, you want to do it.
Absolutely.
I understand that you have the money now.
That's right, I do.
If you want to maybe
set itself up so you don't have the extra cash. Make yourself
not
cash.
Not even that. I'm just saying if you don't want to get healthier, that's fine. And cool.
But that's where I'm at. I need to.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to take a stroke or a heart attack or some bullshit like that for me to figure it out.
I mean, you could
because I should do
that
it now.
for 75 days and maybe
proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think I need. Don't get me wrong.
Just
I'm not
fucking
arguing.
do it.
I don't need to do it.
Look, you remember that fucking time you ripped a goddamn staple out of my face? Just fucking do it.
Yeah, for real. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
It starts tomorrow.
Listen. You can do it easy, dude. You've been through so much shit. You're not even supposed to be here, bro.
And that's where I'm at. Talking about just least resistance is I did get a little bit of money, and then I've just gone the easy way every time with everything.
Yeah,
right.
Even when it comes to just people disrespecting me or taking shit from me, it's I cut them off, try not to talk to them ever again, because that's probably easier than getting mad and dealing with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's truth
and
to that.
You've been through fucking, like I said, you're not probably shouldn't have been here.
He died twice.
They told you that, he would never walk.
Right. Well, they said, no, they did. Well, they didn't say he wouldn't walk.
Just take a long
time. They said it would take him minimum 6 months to get back to walking. It took him 6 weeks.
Okay, but still, you're supposed to be here.
Yeah, you're not. You died twice. They flew you from Springfield to St. Louis. I mean, they were just trying to pawn you off on a bigger place. That honestly,
good thing they did, right?
Amen, brother.
But yeah, and that was one of my fears, is that you guys would be trust fund babies and you would take the path of least resistance when it came to getting through life.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to share of this.
But is that, on the flip side of that, what's worse, giving it all to us at 18 and fucking up the rest of our whole lives?
No, that's why you never got the whole chunk at 18.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is either that or...
Oh, no, I asked those lawyers to tie up as much as possible.
The trust fund baby thing is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I wanted them to tie up as much as possible so that, that...
We were already doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Give it all to them. We're 18. They ruin it all, or a little bit every year.
People think $100,000 is a lot of money until they have it. And they're like, it ain't that much.
That's just, that's not even what your house you live in is worth anymore.
Right. know, right? Houses are crazy.
It's good. It's good for me.
But, and I will tell you that personally, I noticed a change in you. Now,
during the whole thing,
yeah,
like from the start to the end, I've noticed there's big stuff in you.
well,
They might not come through on this, but they
Right.
people that know you personally that watch this will could probably
Fuck
reaffirm that.
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
the you changed, and I don't want to say like you weren't a man before, but the evolution of you and a man was expedited quicker in that 75 days. You know what I'm saying? That we don't ever stop growing into being a better man, or you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And in that 75 days, I saw leaps and bounds of you going, no, this is the way it is. No, this is the way it is. And that shit does carry out in other aspects of your life.
That's another thing that Andy Frisilla was talking about one time on one of his podcasts, was talking about that when you do the 75 hard, the results are just coming that much faster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you do want to change your health, and yeah, it's going to suck giving up that beer for 75 days, but it's not like you're giving up beer for 75 years.
Right.
It's just 75 days. So, you know, I mean, your mind's already probably pretty good, but you'll really notice how much clearer and sharper your mind is when you're eating good, drinking water. Because I can just tell, because I was kind of going back. Like the first week I was done, I was not eating good, wasn't getting as much water as I needed to be. And then so I just flipped it over on like Saturday.
Well, I think you kind of deserved a day or two or three.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I could tell my mind was just...
Oh, so you could say in a quick order after your 75 hard that you felt that
I could
that
feel
quick?
myself already going back, yeah.
Wow.
I was like, fuck, all right, well, you know.
Gotta stay on it.
Yeah.
A gallon of water, though.
I don't
That's
drink
a
a
lot.
gallon of water every day anymore.
Drink half gallon.
But I wasn't. I don't track it anymore.
No, what was that what you say? Because what, half gallon's what, like 20 liters?
So it's 128 ounces for a gallon, correct?
Yeah.
128 ounces. I drink about 4 20-ounce bottles of Dasani. Dasani, delicious.
Terrible for you.
I don't care. It's delicious. A day now, though. I mean, I have upped my water intake. You know, when you were like gallon. And I saw that with all the athletes in high school and so on and so forth. I saw that. They're all carrying around that gallon jug, and they've got it all. They've got it all ticked off. Like this much has to be gone by 8 a.m., by 9 a.m., by noon, and I'm just like, geez.
Buy an app.
Drink 3 1 liters a day.
Yeah. Well, 3.76 liters is 1 gallon.
So 4 liters.
4 liters is what you need.
All right, not that. Do that.
But yeah, you fucking, I don't know. I just got an app, like the 75 hard app actually
I
has it all.
downloaded it already.
It actually has it all. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't.
I haven't started my first day, so I never clicked in like all the way into it yet. Because I didn't want to like do it just to see what it is, and then like have to like reset it like when I read.
And then the other part of it is diet. So if I'm at,
it doesn't have to be a rigorous diet.
So with you went to probably the hardest diet and then backed off one level is what I would think.
The paleo. You think that's the hardest diet?
For you.
Paleo's hard for me.
Paleo sucks.
Because I couldn't eat milk or cheese.
Yeah, see, and that's me. There are a few things that I just love.
Go keto, dude. Go fucking just Adkins. Go just download the Weight Watchers thing. They just stick to your points every day.
Yeah. I tried.
It's W now. It's not Weight Watchers. It's WW.
Yeah. Dubs. Thought that was a
there's
wing spot.
There's the thing I use. I track bites. It has like keto thing. You can do keto. You can just count your fucking calories.
Well, you gave me the.
Yeah. Just count your calories, your carbs, and your micros. Well, carbs are micros.
But I can still have 2,750 calories a day. That's what
you probably want to have less than that.
He was being nice. He had a couple.
Yeah.
He was trying to lure me in like
he had a couple beers,
like a stranger with candy, and I'm a little kid sitting on a corner, and he's sitting in his white van going, "Come on, baby, I got 2,750 calories for you."
It's free.
I mean, I would start with like 2,500.
Yeah. Well, most.
and then go down.
Why don't you try the diet not eating?
Hey, I've been on the poverty diet before, where you don't have enough money to eat.
Yeah, but those are good. This is the Renaissance diet.
Yeah, but so I mean, it's and so that's I mean, it's just kind of weird.
I've been eating 2,500 to 3,000.
You're trying to like go the opposite way now, right? Like you leaned out, now you're trying to bulk up.
But you're trying to muscle up, right? Not
fat. Yeah.
Just trying to add 15 pounds. So what is that like?
I'm already 190.
Yeah.
What's your body fat?
What?
So what's your body fat?
I don't know.
We talked about this last time. I was still saying it's about 7-8.
I don't think he's that lean.
Yeah, he is.
No, he
No, that's a Gravelin thing on the belly. You're always going to have it right there by the neck. But you test body fat on the backside.
I bet I could pinch something there too.
That's skin, bro.
Skin, yeah.
That's skin.
I ain't gonna do that.
These
to me.
legs are
You ain't gonna
straight
disrespect
fucking
me like
muscle,
that.
dude. My
But
belly, dude. It's because I eat too much fat.
I don't know.
I know. I've been thinking that maybe I should just go 2 days out of the week low carb.
Just
Coming out of the weekend.
Yeah.
Give you a real reason to hate Mondays.
Nah, I'll probably do it on Sunday. 'Cause that would be my rest day. So
There's no cheat days either. Or cheat meals. That's the
cheat.
problem. Cheat
Yeah.
meals turn into cheat days, turn into cheat weekends, turn into
Dude.
I'm not doing this no more.
that's what everyone keeps saying.
Cheat
Everyone.
Wait. Let's follow the logic here real quick.
Well,
Cheat
you
meal.
want that thing, and then you're good the next week. You're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have lunch and dinner. I'm gonna order one pizza, eat it all day.
And then a cheat meal
But then
turns
you're good.
in.
Then you're fucking good again. And it's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna eat this ice cream late Saturday night, and then still
Cheat
do
day.
everything on
Cheat meal
Saturday.
turns to cheat day.
Cheat
cheat
meal-
week turns to I'm not fucking dieting.
That's about right, though. I bet you there's a ton of people
Yeah.
who would agree to that, because that's exactly me. Is that I can eat 3-4 days and get gung ho, and then I'm
It's
like,
hard. People don't think about all the shit it takes to cook. So you got all these fucking dishes.
right. And cooking
You
doesn't
gotta
bother me.
fucking do this. You gotta
Man,
do
I gotta
that.
get my new house built. My kitchen's so small.
No, but you do hate dishes.
Yeah, but I did them.
I know, but I'm saying that's what it all adds stress
Oh,
for you to kick your diet because you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
well, it's just
fuck.
a lot of damn work.
It's a lot of work, and it is, man. Fucking anything
that's
that is
part of
worth
it.
having is a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Anything worthwhile takes a good effort.
Yeah.
Anything worthwhile takes a good effort. That's a good one too. I don't know. I'm still contemplating it. Still trying to figure it out.
You guys
But-
should. It'd be a tough time to do it right now.
Like if
Well,
I
I'll
can
tell
eat
you that.
salami, pickles, and fucking sharp cheddar cheese, I can make it.
If you're on keto, you can.
See, and that's me. If I can have my almonds, cheddar, the Ritz crackers probably got to go, right?
Yeah.
No crackers.
What can I? What do you got for me to put in place? And I ain't fucking eating no kale chips.
Cauliflower rice pads.
For crackers? Dude, honestly, the thing
I ain't
about
eating kale chips. I ain't eating rice patties. Fuck that shit.
Cauliflower rice instead of mashed potatoes.
that.
Wrong.
The thing about keto, what I like about keto is it's honestly the easiest diet.
You think
There's
so?
So much shit.
Hey, did you eat a lot of avocados?
Now,
Yeah.
are you restricted in calories on a keto?
No, you're just your carbs.
You just kill carbs.
Under 50 carbs a day.
That's what I did.
That's where they say to start. Real ketosis is no carbs.
Yeah.
Because keto is ketosis, and your body's running off fat.
Burning the
instead of-
fat, right?
Yeah. No, it's running off that.
It's running off fat instead of
Because carbs
right now you're
are
running
what
off sugar.
Yeah,
Right.
carbs.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
So ketosis is just a different way your body runs.
So if I do the keto diet, I got to give up Mountain Dew
Oh, well, yeah.
Anything carbonated.
and beer.
Yeah.
Carbonated.
Now you know why I'm taking the path of least resistance and not doing that shit. I mean, both those
I
are
was
going to
thinking
kill
about
me.
jumping in tomorrow morning.
You should.
Getting on the
Do it.
Jocko fucking schedule too, waking up at 4:30 in the fucking morning.
I wouldn't. I
Fucking
wouldn't
get
start
it,
that
dude.
hard.
fucking getting it.
I think you should definitely start 75 hard. I don't know if you should start waking up.
I can wake up earlier, just go to bed later or earlier.
Yeah, bro. If you start,
Fucking jumping in.
do it. You should start it tomorrow.
In the morning.
I think you should too.
Go wake up my fucking ducks. Give me some eggs, bitch. I'm out of here.
You had a whole basket of them when I was there last.
Oh, fucking Steve.
You're supposed to be
Man,
getting
you know, you're this so proud of your kid that you still want to punch that motherfucker. I thought there's.
Wait, let's recap what he just said.
No, I don't want to punch him because he did something. It's like, oh, now, why the fuck didn't I do that? And you're the guy that figured it out, though. I thought there'd been a dead mouse in the house. Found one. It was under the fucking stove.
It was the eggs?
Got it. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for ruining the goddamn end in there.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead with your story.
Oh, it fucking...
Ruined.
You already got there.
ruined.
But yeah, the kid was sitting there and he's eating something on the island. He's like, I think it's these eggs, dude. It's like, I think it's these eggs.
Now, I will tell you, during the
I
course
moved the fucking stove. I moved the fridge. I was like, is there any way I can move my dishwasher without like fucking unhooking everything? No, you're gonna have to. Oh, fuck, I'm all over there.
10 days and they're decomposed. You just go.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It was like fucking day 12. I was like, man, is there like a dead fucking something just under the house?
Colony?
Is there a dead something under the house, like a big fucking possum or something?
all I want to do is I just want to say I am so happy you told me that story. Because, you know, if you remember through life, growing up, there are times when I would say that shit about y'all, too.
There's times you actually did punch us in the chest. I've never decked the kids in the chest.
But not because they came up with a good idea.
Well,
That's
it
because you did a
didn't hit him
stupid
either.
thing.
Didn't hit him. I wanted to punch. Wanted to punch him because he got to it before me.
Yeah,
Bah,
I know. But,
Emotionally punch him. I didn't want to physically punch him.
oh, no, I like to physically punch you guys when you were little. Yeah, that was delightful. It was a learning moment. Don't abuse your
But
children.
that's what I'm saying though. Is like me and the old lady never was like
Maybe it's a duck egg sitting on
these fucking
in the
eggs
fucking heat of
on
the...
the counter. Ducks have been laying eggs for like 3-4 months now. I'm not saying that's how old these eggs were,
But yeah.
but it's like I don't know how old the eggs are.
Start over.
Yeah, so that's what we did.
Yeah,
Took
I
eggs
know.
out.
I've been told by both of them, yeah, we're going to give you some duck eggs.
Now
You
we
know,
got 'em?
when was the last time you gave me a fucking carton for eggs? I don't buy eggs anymore, dude.
That's why they were rotting on the counter, and he didn't understand
Well,
it.
fucking, you got a basket.
Oh, fucking! Here's some of the eggs are broke. Just put it in a basket. What the hell are you talking about? This isn't no fucking fairy
That's what you
tale.
said you had them in.
Yeah, like an old, like a little dog bowl.
Oh.
Just cleaned it up. Full of duck eggs now.
That's weird. I'm just telling you, duck
Really,
eggs.
duck eggs are pretty good. You would never know.
Oh, probably not.
You would never notice the difference.
But to think about
Besides,
eating duck eggs,
because it's 3 to 2 substitutions, 2 duck eggs for every 3 chicken eggs. So if you made like a 3 duck egg omelet, you're like, damn, that's a big omelet.
oh, I get what you're saying.
But if I made you a 2 egg duck omelet, you'd be like, oh, this is
Normal.
This is the right size.
Yeah. The
Tuesday, January 26th would be your last day if you started tomorrow.
Man, I mean, see what could I eat at Thanksgiving if I started? If I started today, because obviously Thanksgiving,
baked turkey,
You
obviously,
can have turkey.
turkey ham,
as long as it's not,
salad.
as long as it's not brown sugar. and
You
all
can
that.
have.
Yeah,
You can have some deviled
gluten.
eggs.
deviled eggs.
with the mayonnaise and shit in it.
I
Yeah,
couldn't have no
those are
stuff
low
in there,
carbs.
could I?
Probably not.
No, because that's bread.
I would recommend you either wait till.
Then this is what
After
the guy argues. That's what the
Thanksgiving.
guy argues.
I know.
We always make excuses.
You're always
on-
waiting on the perfect time, and that
Right.
never happened.
Yeah.
But the perfect timing would be after Thanksgiving.
But then there's Christmas. But then
But
if
you
I
don't-
wait, then
but
if I
that's-
wait,
That's
but,
not
Christmas.
an eating.
but then if I wait
yeah.
too long after that, I'm still on it for Valentine's Day.
That's why you got to start now,
And then
bro.
if I wait till a
Start it.
little bit after that, it's like somebody's fucking Thursday. And that's something you ran into, or is somebody's?
Now,
Yeah.
so here's my question: sushi.
It's rice. You can't have.
Yeah, you can't have
You can have samashi, which is just the meat, just the fish.
Okay, so no sushi. Mexican food. What kind of Mexican food could I have?
Low carb tortillas.
Tacos.
Tacos with the low carbs that we were getting you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have
And if you were
chips.
like on a strict keto thing where it's like no carbs, you couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
But there is certain ones of it where like you can.
Well, the
allot so
dietary
many
fiber
carbs.
counteracts some of the carbs, and so they say net carb
Yeah.
6 grams
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
it's still processed grain.
I mean,
Yeah.
keto. They still have keto ice cream.
See, and I just like it. One of the things that you guys that you should be able to admit is that when you were growing up, we usually had good food.
Oh yeah.
Well, it got boring at times. Don't get me wrong. We'd start cooking the same thing over and over
We just
again.
got busy. You can't fucking cook a 90-minute meal and gotta go fucking somebody's at practice, somebody's got a game, somebody's fucking coming.
I'm big on food. I mean, we've had steak.
You can still eat good.
Yeah.
Cook yourself some fucking some
just
steak, some
fucking
chicken, some fucking.
Cut out the empty fucking killers.
Cut out the fillers. Yeah,
You know
it's
what
all
I'm
the
saying?
shit you put on the side usually. We always had meat with dinner.
Yeah.
There's less kids there eating more meat.
Yeah. And you don't have to go keto.
Yeah, like I said, you can join Weight Watchers and just stick to your points, or do the Atkins. That fucking they got an app, I'm sure.
Everybody has an app.
Yeah. That's the thing. It
Get
doesn't-
on Noom.
It doesn't have to be hard ass workouts either, you know.
Well, I want the same results as you. After 75 days, I want to fucking.
You better go to the
8-pack.
gym 3 times a day.
Work out every day and then walk every day.
Oh no, I'm do some soul searching here. Try to figure it out. Wish you'd have. I wish
You
you'd
better
have
figure it out by next Wednesday.
I wish you had a
Everybody
home gym
here's
or a
gonna
private
expect an
gym.
answer.
Say what?
I wish you had a home gym or a private gym. That's what I hope.
I know. I need to get. All I need is really a
Yeah,
rack.
did you ever find that thing I was talking about that hooks up on the wall? And you can like pushes up and shit so it's out of the way. When we get off here, I'll have to try to find it and show it to you.
The thing that
It's like a
Chuck
rack.
Norris used to do.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah. I've
like
seen
a
those.
rack, yeah.
I've seen those, but yeah, I want a rack.
Yeah.
Well, you better decide by next Wednesday.
Next
Are
Wednesday.
you starting it tomorrow?
Think about it.
You should.
Think about
You should.
it. Because I should be the guy with a gallon of water everywhere now. What are you doing? Oh, I forgot to finish it.
They do make some badass jugs and badass fucking stuff that'll make it
Well-
cooler. The only thing that I do, I can't drink warm water, bro.
Me neither. I cannot whatsoever drink water.
I mean, if I'm like, out playing football or some shit like that, then or some basketball, water's water at that
I
point.
say room temperature. I can do room temperature.
Yeah.
But it depends on.
No.
But it does depend on
Depends
what
on
temperature that room
room
is.
is.
Like right now's the best because you can leave a water in the car overnight, come back, and it's like
cold.
Colder than you left it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
maybe that little half. You gotta like crunch it to
Yeah,
get
that-
that frost.
I think it has everything on there where you can track your water, track all your diet.
Fuck it, let's look.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, because I didn't realize that there was an app and a book and all this shit until I was like day 45. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm already on this long. I'm good.
What are we looking for there, bro?
Yeah, you'll just be amazed with yourself.
I downloaded that.
Like
75 hard
I've
app.
always been a skeptic about you always see those do these challenges, blah 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 blah. It's not really a challenge. It's more like I don't ever really believe them. Get abs in 30 days.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
right.
all bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Get real.
But I did, guys.
What?
I got abs.
Well,
in
you
30
had
days.
some to start with, bud.
Well, I know.
No,
we all
I mean,
have abdominal
You ain't gonna
abdominal
fucking
muscle.
tell me that you're gonna have abs
Yeah,
in 30
but
days.
you can drop down and not have that
So-
belly anymore. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess
I'm not arguing that.
You know what I'm
I don't
so
have
I,
abs.
so I guess my thing is like it's the 12 minutes a day for abs of steel
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
That,
You know,
that
you're-
shit.
you're-
You worked way harder than that,
And
bro.
that's what I was kind of thinking when that
way harder than
when
that.
when all that like, oh yeah, whatever. Change your mind, change your life. You know, and blah blah.
I do
blah.
believe it changed your
You know,
mind some, and
and then
I think you should do it again.
I did. What?
I think you should do the 75 hard again.
We'll see.
Now, I probably
have
wouldn't do the same
I have
diet.
a whole year.
Do what? Oh, wait.
Well, it's just like a
Live
checklist.
hard.
Your first, second workout, your progress. You can add reminders on the gallon of water and shit. But
Send that to yourself every day at 5 o'clock.
what?
No cheat meals or alcohol.
No cheat meals.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up at 4:30 too, just to make sure I get everything done.
I mean, it's
The,
not that hard.
Just gotta go to bed early.
I mean, it's hard.
wake up at 4:30. I just gotta be laying down by like 10.
Dude, if you're waking up at 4:30, buddy, you're gonna be
All the first couple
asleep.
while.
You're gonna be
8:39.
Well,
Listen,
luckily
I
my
started
life
waking
is set up. I can take a fucking 30-minute nap if I need to.
Yeah, but still, I've fucking been waking up at 5:30 this week because that's what makes me feel uncomfortable.
It makes me feel.
You know,
It's easy to hit the snooze button.
Wake up, get it so that fucking I come home and talk to the girls before they go to school.
Big go to school.
Well,
Sit in front of a computer.
well,
You know what he means.
you know,
I
they're
just
still
wanna be a smart ass.
they're still occupied. You know, I like to. You know,
All right. Well,
Hey.
anyways, don't always take the road most traveled. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Path
It's okay
of
to
Unless
take.
that road leads you to our subscribe button, our fucking, our other videos, that notification bell, the like button. If it leads you there, everybody should do that. Otherwise,
yeah, tell your friends about us.
Lies. Go ahead and every now and then you can be on the path that's most traveled. It's okay, people. It's okay. But
Only if you're happy with where you're at in your life and you want to stay that way forever.
that's fair.
we'll
Hit the
get-
like button.
We'll get back to you.
All right. Have a good weekend.